Talking about the men's basketball team, Steve hit it a little bit. We had 2 consecutive weeks where we were ranked in the top 20 in the country. We had some injuries. We had some great issues that held us up, and we went on a little bit of a losing streak. We got back to full force as we went to the regional tournament, won 2 postseason games, got to the regional championship game, and we're up by 1 with 90 seconds left, and a couple bad breaks stopped us from going to nationals. So just an unbelievable year. And these guys worked so hard all season. And was a leader to a lot of our younger guys. And came in, he used 1 year of eligibility with us. He's going to have 3 years on full scholarship at Allen University. And hopefully, when it's all said and done, he's going to have a master's degree completely paid for. And that's what the goal is. So quick thoughts this morning. When you look back, you can see a lot of mistakes that you've made in coaching. There's a lot of hindsight. The biggest mistake that I can think of was his first 3 games as a freshman, he didn't start. And he told me that after the 3rd game. He said, "You know why we didn't win that game, Coach?" I said, "Why is that, Mom?" He said, "You didn't start me. I only got up like 10 shots. How are we supposed to win?" and over the 2 years that he was here, he showed us why he needs to get those shots up.
I'm very fortunate to be able to kind of assemble a staff really quickly with Lucas. We brought him in quickly, and we did a lot of work. Had to change pretty much the entire way we were playing. And it took a little while for everyone to kind of buy in, but eventually, you know, we broke our losing streak and got a couple wins against Potomac State, which were undefeated at the time. So that was a big success point for us. We would kind of go the way that he would go in the game. You know, if he was fired up, if he was going just firing on all cylinders, was really motivated, you know, we would succeed. And you know, if that wasn't the case, then you know, we would kind of rise and fall with him.
No matter what you go through and how adversity treats you, or how you feel like you want to just give up at times, or you feel like you're at the end of the rope, you have to remember to press forward, and you have to do it with a clean heart. You have to do it without holding any grudges, and most importantly, you have to do it with love. When I met Carolyn, she already had a game plan. I mean, I just felt like I was just leading her along the way, if you will. She came to me and said, "Coach, this is my GPA. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm going to do." And I respect somebody who has a game plan and somebody who has a vision of what they want to do and what they want to accomplish. And she came with that. This lady right here has probably, she's had more double-doubles since I've been at Nova. And probably over the period of my career coaching, I think the only other person was Lynetta Kaiser. But Jarnae had about 15 double-doubles. She came in every game and played it with such intensity.
I've decided to fine-tune my remarks a little bit and talk about Disney World. And now you may ask yourself, why is it coach to talk about Disney? It's not because I'm going to have to go there for the 3rd time with my kids in less than a year next week, but please forgive me, as many of my players know that I have a propensity to randomly use examples in life to prove a point. So bear with me for a second. When you think about Disney, you think more about the parks, the mouse, the movies, but in reality, Disney is a company that creates a value add by constantly innovating and recreating itself with the market times. Walt and Roy Disney failed in 1923 with Laugh-On Films, and again in 1928 with Oswald the Rabbit.
Our first year we started out with 5 athletes, which was a little challenging considering 5 score at a meet. So on any given day, if one of them didn't finish, we didn't score as a team. And this year we had 9 girls, which is amazing. I'm really proud of these girls. Going into the year, I knew that we were going to win the regional championship. I said, you know what, ladies, we're winning. And there was no doubt about it. When we went to that regional, I was like, yeah, we're taking home the trophy. Actually, the first race of the year was a 6K at York College, and she got lost, actually. At one point, she stopped. She was leading the race. She stopped. I'm running across the field going, "Go up the hill! take a right. Nobody's leading the race. Typically there's a lead car, so you know where you're going. Nobody's telling her where to go. She stops. She looks back. She's looking around for people, and I'm running, and nobody tells her, and she finally just starts going up the hill, and at this point, the two York girls had pretty much caught her. She had a good minute on them, and they had closed the gap. This girl actually was in one of my PED 116 classes. I'm a staff member here, and I convinced her to come out for the cross-country team. I'm like, you should come run for us. She had run track in high school and was not a distance runner, but she came out, and on the first meet in our 6K, she ran 33:36. And comparatively, Heather ran 24:57, so that's quite a far back, and she was, pretty discouraged about it. But this girl has more heart than any other girl that I think I've coached. And she was at practice every day. She was at every single meet. She may have been our last runner at every meet, but I guarantee you she was the cheer squad. She was one of the moms on the team. This girl is amazing.
I learned a ton. Where are you? I learned how to eat. And I learned how to cook. I learned that the Ottawa Senators still have fans.
One thing about this team is that they're small, but they're strong. They play with speed. They play with a lot of heart and a lot of fight. And when things tend not to go our way, this team found a way to come together. And one thing I do like about them, and love about them, is that they're very smart, that they knew they needed each one to do their part, even though we might not have gotten along with certain things and we disagreed on certain things, but we know that they needed each other to make this thing work.
We started this program, we got approval and got it cranked up like July 28th, so that's a little bit late. So all of our players were pretty much going to Nova, and we were fortunate to be blessed with a great crew of players that we picked up really on the fly. Went out to a few local men's or women's adult league games, found some players and got them interested, trying to get the word out. Hopefully this team, as the first team ever, the inaugural season, they set all the milestones, did all the groundwork for us, pumping it up. We had a great time. Our MVP this year was by far one of the best players on any team we played all this season. Every time we played, the other coaches were like, she's great, she did a great job, hit like 500, pitch, caught, did everything. And was a team leader too. Great attitude. She happens to be here tonight with her big sis and her mom. Ooh, you're not older, are you? Tamara Warren. I decided to go with Courtney Franklin as our coach's award. She'd come up and take her receive her award because she was the biggest pain that we had